What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 8 of the 12 days of rate. Today we have a bit of a Q&A video, a never before seen type of content coming from the one and only AvRate, and of course we're not going to waste any time. I ask you guys to ask me questions on TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, and you guys did not fail to do so. And so for this reason, I'm going to be reading out some of you guys' questions and answering them very, very truthfully. Let's get started. For our first question, what is your favorite airline? My favorite airline is either Qantas, Emirates, British Airways, or Ryanair. I cannot decide out of the 4 of them. They are all, in my opinion, pretty top tier, but it's just preference. Is it easy to get a job at Stansted Airport? Well, you could consider it to be a very similar difficulty to getting a job in any other industry or in any other establishment. All you need to do is meet the minimum requirements, because all different jobs have different requirements. At Stansted Airport, some jobs you apply for, you might need A-levels, you might need a lot of GCSEs, whilst others, like being a ramp agent, you don't actually require those things. Do you love your job? Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, yes, I do. It's a pretty good job, and of course, it's right down my street. I like planes, I want to be a pilot, you get really good connections, you get to network with people and get into conversations with real pilots. Most importantly, it's a passion. You can actually enjoy working with the aircraft just like you want to do. Even if it's not flying them, it's a good introduction. What's your future dream to achieve within the aviation industry? My future dream, as is a lot of you guys watching this video right now, is to become a pilot. Are you actually gonna throw some bags? No. Is it tricky to be a ramp agent, and is there any requirements other than the obvious English and math stuff? Nope. As long as you can lift up to 32 kilograms and you could be endurance when you're doing it, then you're all good. Endurance, is that word? If you can endure. Do your colleagues support you and your recording? Well, honestly, I don't know. That's a pretty good question, because I think anywhere that you go, if you're doing any form of content creation or social media and you're taking it somewhat seriously, people will not take you seriously and people will see you as a bit of a joke. Now, that is obviously expected and it's obviously foreseen before even starting to do social media in a workplace or anything along those lines. And it is pretty natural to sort of have that fear of everyone becoming aware that you're doing social media, and that was one of mine. But I guess it's a very 50-50 thing. I guess there's some people that do support it and there's others that don't, but there's nothing that you can really do about that. Just got to do what you enjoy, and if it makes you happy, then it makes you happy. That's all there is to it. What's your opinion on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and why are you so underrated? Well, that's a good question. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is in its developmental stages at the moment, so of course, in my personal opinion, 2020 is still the better flight simulator, but give it a bit of time, and just like 2020, 2024 will just blow up and it will become absolutely massive and insanely good. You guys got to keep in mind that it does take time. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 also very much sucked when it first came out. What job are you currently doing, and have you thought of becoming a pilot or pursuing something else? Well, I'm currently a ramp agent at London Stansted Airport with Swissport, and yeah, I'm training to become a pilot. I'm in flight school, and at the moment, no, I'm not really pursuing anything else, although it's always good to have a backup option. Don't follow my path. Have a backup option, because my backup option is to die sad and alone without flying planes. That is so dark and sad. I'm not going to say that again. Who's your best Australian friend? Abby, you know it's you. You're my only Australian friend, I believe. What's your dumbest drinking story? My dumbest drinking story is actually very interesting. I've never been drunk. I don't have a drinking story because I don't really drink, to be honest. A lot of people are gonna call me very, very sad for that, but hey, I've got my water and I'm happy. That's my dumbest drinking story. I drank so much water that I felt sick. What are all the countries that you have visited? Okay, this is going to be a fun one. I've been obviously to the United Kingdom, which is where I live. I've been to Ireland. I've been to the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France. I've been to, I'm not going to say Spain, but I've been to Gibraltar. I know it's not a country, but we'll say Gibraltar anyways. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Italy, Slovenia, Austria, Czech Republic, Germany. I've been to Slovakia. Did I say Slovakia already? I don't know. I've been to Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have been to Montenegro and Trinidad and Tobago. To be fair, those are all the countries I've been to. I think I need to get back to traveling a bit more often. If you weren't going to go for a pilot career, which career path would you follow? Well, I personally think that aviation has been a passion of mine since I was a very, very young boy. So for that reason, I do strongly believe that even if I didn't want to be a pilot, I'd still go for an aviation-related career path, perhaps being an air traffic controller, or, well, I find a lot of interest in being a ramp agent, so maybe even doing something on the ramp would be my career path, you know, maybe just advancing, becoming a dispatcher perhaps, or maybe doing something completely different. I'm not 100% sure. It's not something I've actually considered. Can I push you over for absolutely no reason? Kyrie's my boy, Kyrie's. This guy has been my boy since day one. Me and him have been friends since primary school days, and we lost each other and then randomly found each other about a couple months ago. Yeah, we were what, like 8-9 years old when we last spoke to each other, and literally just about 2 months ago, this guy messaged me on Instagram after finding me in a TikTok stream. I was like, yo, is it you? And I was like, yo, is it you? Ladies and gentlemen, here's a little bit of a deal. You guys subscribe to me right now and I will make a video of me and this guy having a flooring match, and we'll see who pushes who over. What's your biggest fear in life? My biggest fear in life is not achieving my goals, my dreams, not making them come true. And I'm sure that is the fear of many other people as well, which is why we must all work our hardest to ensure that we succeed and get anything that we want to do done. One bit of advice I can give to anyone watching this video right now is be certain. Be certain. If you say you want to do something, if you say you're going to do something, make sure you do it. Make it happen, no matter how big or how small it may be. Even if you only have the smallest slither of intention behind what you actually want to do, well, be certain. If it's something that interests you, even the tiniest little bit, then it's something that you clearly want to do. And if it doesn't interest you, then don't do it. Of course, if it's something that's outside of your interests and it's going to be beneficial to you, then do it. If it aligns with your interests and you're not interested in doing this specific thing, for example, you want to be a pilot but you don't want to study, well, do it. Be certain. One trait you have that you believe needs improvement, 100%, 1000% communication. I think my communication is not necessarily the best. As a person with ADHD, I tend to waffle on a lot and I don't stop talking. I just talk and talk and talk. Next question is, how many types of planes are there? Listen, I'm really glad that you believe in my knowledge and my experience, my expertise when it comes to aviation and all these different types of aircraft, but unfortunately, I don't know. There are hundreds, if not thousands of different types of aircraft. I cannot actually give you a number. I'm sorry. How have you been, bro? I've been good. Tired, but I'm good. Thank you very much for checking up on me. I appreciate that. How do I get into the aviation industry? Well, for starters, find out what it is that you actually want to do. Do you want to be a pilot? Do you want to be ground crew? Do you want to be an aircraft refueler? What do you want to do? Once you've decided on what you want to do a little bit of research. Look at the requirements, if there are even any requirements. Once you've set it out in stone that it's something that you really want to do, well, just start looking for a job. Start looking at different places that are actually hiring. For example, you want to be a ramp agent, look at Heathrow Airport's website and you can find a load of different airlines that operate there, find their handling bodies, and you can just decide, okay, which one's going to work best for me. A few examples, you got Swissport, you got Cobalt, you got Donata. What you got to do, just search up their websites and then filter it to Heathrow Airport. If you're around Heathrow Airport, whatever your local airport might be, then yeah, just search it up, find a job, and apply. It's as easy as that. It's easy. Do you have a wife? Do I look like I have a wife? Is what you're doing at Stansted effectively flight school? Will you get an ATPL? Well, currently I'm working at Stansted Airport. No, it's not flight school. If you're referring to when I went to Stansted Airport College, which is, by the way, a fantastic college, anyone that lives around the area, I would strongly recommend that you go there if you want to become a pilot. It benefits you a lot, but no, it will not give you an ATPL. It will give you a lot of ways that you can get into the aviation industry and a lot of ways that you can get yourself your first job in the aviation industry. I got my job working at Swissport from Stansted Airport College. Without them, I don't think I would be working at the airport. Even the small little things such as just going to these job fairs, that's how I got mine. It was a college trip to the airport, we went to a jobs fair, and I spoke to the people that were hiring for Swissport, and they said, yeah, you know what, yo, we like you, yo, here's our email, send us an email, we'll get you into an interview. And I was like, cool. Anyways, it's getting kind of late, I can't lie, so I'm going to be having to end this video here. We have no more time for any more questions, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and of course, I will see you guys tomorrow for day 8, well, no, day 9. I think this is day 8. This is day 8. Tomorrow's day 9 of the 12 days of Raid. Thank you very much for watching. Much love. Goodbye.